Hey, what's going on, y'all? I know y'all looking at me right now. Welcome to the early evening show. My name's Tyrone Miller, and I'm gonna start with something that's on my mind, man. Perseverance. Because we all go through it. Perseverance and growth is the two words I'm gonna talk about right now to get this show started. Then I'm gonna bring a guest on. We're probably gonna continue talking about it. But growth and perseverance, man. Where you start at, you're not gonna end at. You're gonna be somewhere, and you feel like this is it for you. Right? And I'm not telling you, I'm not no motivational speaker. I'm just somebody that lived life and I do the things I want to do. And I want to tell y'all, wherever you at right now, you ain't got to be there, man. Get into some books, read, grow, expand your mind, man. And it sound corny and generic. I'm not trying to be a teacher. All I'm going to do is tell y'all what I think, man. This is what I think. Just keep trying. Keep going. Expose yourself to different things and you will grow. And as you start growing, you're going to get stuff that's gonna punch you in the chest. You're gonna get stuff that punch you in the stomach. And as you get those things, that's when perseverance is gonna come up, because you're gonna have to continue to roll with them punches and keep on fighting. And the only way you lose is by quitting, man. So that is how we're gonna start the early evening show this week. But I got a guest, man. And I've had him on my show before. Give it up for look, I'm gonna call him Biz. I'm gonna let y'all get his name, his government name, all that good stuff, however you want to introduce yourself to. But I know him as Biz, and it's my brother.
Let's go,
Biz, tell the people about yourself, what you do, where you're from, and all that.
Hey, first of all, my name is Enith Randall. I was born and raised in Trenton, New Jersey, the capital city. I'm here to just to share my story, man. When you're talking about perseverance and to keep on going, after you hear what we talk about today, to kind of give them an insight on what that means. Because when I tell you the only way we lose is if we quit, that's the only way we lose is if we give up.
That's right.
We wake up, we keep on breathing, we keep on going. That gives us a plan. That gives us the opportunity to say, my plan B is to make my plan A work, even if it switches. We don't know what nothing look like. The plan is just to keep on going, and that develops as we go. So let's get it.
That's it. So look, I had you on before, and we talked about where business was. If y'all don't know Ginger Blast a great product. I use it every day, not just because it's my brother, because it's a great product, but Ginger Blast.
Right.
You started that, your family inspired it, your mother, your son.
Yes.
And it kind of all came together. Ginger Blast. Tell them about Ginger Blast real quick.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll give them a quick recap.
Yep.
I had a tattoo / vape shop in Maryland. I was actually the first tattoo / vape shop owner in the state of Maryland.
Whoa.
So in the process of this, you know, I had recently lost my mother to cancer, so I was like hell-bent on trying to figure out ways that I could keep my family healthy and safe naturally. Because my mom used to always say, you know, I wish I could do anything else but getting stuck up like this. We all getting hit with the needles and prongs.
Right.
So again, that sent me into a craze just trying to figure out what I could do. And I turned my kitchen into a lab, and I started experimenting, making with turmeric and ginger and finding out inflammation and exercise. I started learning all these things and started experimenting with my family and making them take it. So long story short, my son got sick from school one day.
Yep.
And I went to pick him up from school, called the doctors. We couldn't see him for 2 whole days. So what I did was I kept on giving him this honey, kept on giving him my honey.
Right.
About time we get to the doctor's office, the doctor looking in his throat, and the doctor says to me, I'm thinking he about to say he's gonna have to get his tonsils out. He looks at me and says, listen, man, I don't know what you've been giving him,
Right.
but he don't need no antibiotics.
Yep.
He doesn't need anything. So from there, my wife said, well, we need to do this and start helping people out. And from there, we started this product. Now, I told you, I already had a business.
Right.
I was doing something prior to this. I had my own business. And this took over.
Right.
This completely took over. And it was something that God actually placed on me.
That's
So
right.
I had no intentions on healing people and becoming this, you know, I did it for my family. It wasn't meant for the world. But again, as we went on, and last time I was on this show, you know, as I tell people, and when you're in business, you tell people you didn't build something from the ground up. Took it from your kitchen to your own factory, and you bring it to $500,000. And people gonna say, you made $500,000 that year?
That's
well,
what I said.
how about if you've been running a business that never did over 50K in a year, right? And you handling all this stuff yourself, and you don't got no mentor. So that money, we thought by getting a factory, it would help us expand as a business, right? But we couldn't still keep up with the amount of demand and orders. And everything we did was only a Band-Aid to where as though we had the best problem in the world. We had too many orders, too many customers.
You don't get no better than that.
But it hurt because at that point, we had to stop.
Right.
put us in financial harm. My goal was to help people.
Right.
Once we got past the helping people, and now we got people waiting 3 months and all this, it was like, we got to go back to the drawing board, figure this out. We got to figure out what's holding us back, what's stopping us, and what can we do to move forward. But let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Before I got to that point, it had closed completely.
So
Shut
it was
down.
done. No
we were
ginger
done.
blast.
There was no ginger blast, no
Right.
nothing.
And this is, again, after you was running it, you was making the last year, I believe, correct?
Yeah, last year.
You made $500,000.
2 years in a row, we made over $1 million. Yeah,
And you had to stop it at that.
we had to stop it.
So, but to force it to grow into what it's supposed to be.
Well, let me
To
tell
go
you.
bigger.
Let me tell you how God works, right? So, we got into a financial bind through the business, right? And once we had to end up shutting it down, so I'm selling all my stuff, my equipment, in my factory that I had. So this one guy comes and buys my honey maker, my honey machines, and remind you, we couldn't get this stuff mass produced because it was too viscous. So when other companies and manufacturers put it in their machine, because of the honey and the powders, they couldn't clean it, so it would slow up their production.
So the viscous meat is just too thick. Got you.
So I had 3 machines at my shop. You know, we running this stuff, and anyway, this guy that came to pick it up, he came, I sold it, I put it on Facebook Market.
Facebook Marketplace. Shout out to Facebook Marketplace.
Right? And I'm telling this guy, and he's like, I'm gonna buy the equipment, but why are you closing this down? I'm just trying to understand. It sounds like you have this great thing going on.
Right.
I'm at this point, like, it's...
And this is a random dude that came to buy it off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
And at this point, where were you mentally? Because I know the love you have for the product and the journey that you went through to get there. Where were you mentally when that man walked in and started asking those questions?
Financially, right at that time, we were so heavily invested and taken back by the business and bad decisions and just things slowing up. At the time, I couldn't even see what he was asking me and saying to me.
Right. It ain't clicked.
But
Like,
I kept on telling him my story.
Right.
And that's why this is why it's so important to be able to elaborate what you feel, what you think, what you experience, but you don't know who you're talking to and
That's
what it's
right.
going to do to somebody else.
That's right.
So this guy, right? He kept asking me. He called me about 2 months later and said, yo, you sure you don't want to do this thing? I told him, I started trying to do another business. And I told my wife, and now this is where God said, God is putting this back in your lap. So now we have a solid investor, somebody that wants to help build.
Yeah.
We got a new manufacturer. We got distribution, because again, we had to ask ourselves, what is stopping us from growing and moving forward? And I couldn't give nobody that answer at the time, because nobody would make it.
Right.
The manufacturer came through for us. We don't have to ship anything out. I almost feel like I'm cheating.
It got to after all that. After you going from the kitchen, getting the factory, getting all this equipment, and then as soon as you say, you know what, I'm washing my hands with it, I can't do no more, then the investor comes in and does what he does.
Well, I mean, because purpose, we weren't done yet.
That's right.
We weren't done yet.
Like you said, God told you, you might have felt like you was done. I don't know, I'm going to try this. God said, nope. Now you where I need you to be for this thing to go where it needs to go.
Right.
So, all right, so you went through that ginger blast. So let's say you didn't destroy it. It figured out, it did what it was supposed to do. Now you're at the new beginning.
We had a new beginning, so we had to dissolve that actual business. We dissolved it. And see, that's the thing, that's another thing too. And I want to tell people this that's watching it, that are entrepreneurs. See, us growing up in the urban black communities, right? We take business lessons, not failures, as these emotional things, and oh, we're done, we can't. You know what happens when these other business-minded people do that? This is all data. This is lessons. We know what to do. We're going to restructure this. We're going to bring it back, because it's not that I'm a bad business owner.
Right. You clearly not, because you was making $500,000.
It's not that. We just had to buckle down and dig a little deeper and just figure some things out. And again, perseverance, right? That's what you're talking about.
That's right.
Once it came back to me, now it's been 9 months. And we just now relaunched again in July. So it's been 9 months since we started this process, and it's just been dragging out and dragging out. And I said to myself, when God ready for it to go, it's gonna go. Don't ask no questions. So now, when it all started happening, boom, this happened. Matter of fact, boom, my marketing team comes back. Boom, we starting to help people out. We doing the videos. Everything just started helping again. I mean, everything started to fall back in place, and I'm back to serving my purpose.
Hey, man, but what would you say to somebody that would say, why didn't you do that from the beginning? Like somebody, because, you know, I'm not saying that, but there's people out there that's going to be like, man, well, you should have just did it right in the first place. What was the reason for it happening the way it happened?
The reason that I honestly could say, I created something that initially was just meant to help my family. It blew up to something, and in the period of a year or 2 years, blew up to something bigger than I ever imagined.
Right.
The product was called Ginger Blast. We named the company Ginger Blast. Everything was Ginger Blast because it was so organic, right? It was so organic. I didn't go in there planning for this to be a 6-7 figure business. I had no idea.
Right.
So once that started to happen, you know, I was too caught up to ask for help at certain points. Cause you're a man and I'm running this business.
Yeah.
And the question that people ask, how could you mess up and y'all made $500,000?
Yep,
You know about investments? Do you know about marketing bills? Do you know about, I had a $10,000 marketing bill a month. You understand? It was a lot of things that went through it. In hindsight, that I know now, which is allowing me to move through this process like a boss, like it was meant to be.
That's
now
right.
we still come through different hurdles, but now it's not to panic. It's to take a step back and assess, because first of all, God has our ultimate direction, right? And from here, I just got to do just look, where am I supposed to be at? I'm here tonight. I'm here, this person. I'm in the gym. I'm helping this person out. Try to go into it without figuring out the outcome, but just knowing what my purpose is and what I'm here to do.
That's right. And that's what it's all about, man. And that's why I loved having you on the first time. That's why I love having you on now. Now speak to the growth that it took you from, we already did the first half when you was younger, the growth that it required for you to get to this point now after the business didn't do what you had to do. Because I know you went through some tough times in those months.
And it was just a fact of feeling like a failure. So that, and when I started talking to other business mentors and people, they said, you didn't fail? And my mom used to always tell me, listen to this, y'all. This is something my mom used to always tell me. You never ever lose if you learn. Get out here and learn as quick as possible. All this stuff is data. These things are building blocks to make you a better business owner, a better husband, a better wife, a better friend, a better person in general. Now, if we look at it like that, we'd be eager to sit out here and learn quicker. And that's, try to tell my son that often. That's
right, and that's what we got to do as people, because I think all those things, I believe, all your obstacles lead you in the right direction.
Right,
and that's one of those things that if you don't have the grit to get through it, you won't get to that next point.
Right.
You had the grit, you and your family, everybody that's involved had the grit to get to that next point. So now, let's talk about the actual product, brother.
I couldn't wait for you to do it.
Yeah, let's talk about the product.
All right, so again, my thing is, I'm not worried. I'm more or less worried about impact. This isn't for me just to sit here and say, I sold you a product and you got it. I don't care if it clean you out, if you get sick again. No, that's not that.
Right.
If you watch me and you follow me on Instagram, social media, any website, like you see me make a burdock tea, soursop tea, soursop leaves every morning. Everything that I put out here, I had to actually break this down and say, what would be the first two? Because we got to start small. First, we had this product, we're going to add this one. We'll add something else. But we wanted to add something that we felt was going to be super duper effective for helping people clear out their systems, right? So this right here is our soursop. It's called Nurture Vitality. This is burdock root and soursop. If you know anything about Dr. Sebi, burdock root is one of the strongest blood purifiers on the planet, right? Why do we need to purify our blood? What happens when we get clogged arteries? When you get a stroke, you get a heart attack, right? We get strokes. You get diabetes when our blood's not clear. Second of all, this is going to help clean out your gut, flush out mucus, flush out toxins. Then it also, burdock has 92 out of the 102 minerals that the body needs as well. So this is also going to remineralize you as it flushes you out. On top of that, you can make a tea out of these capsules, or you can take them by themselves. This is the wellness bundle. This is our award-winning honey, right? Our honey, ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, black pepper to increase the bioavailability. Now this right here, this is a holistic powerhouse right here.
Oh, it is.
You could put it on. Matter of fact, we're gonna get you some right here, because this is a new flavor. This is a new formula, not new flavor. This is a new formula.
I was about to say, because I done had it before, brother. And I ain't gonna lie, I got one, I just poop. Take that thing.
Take the cap off now.
Yes, sir.
With this right here, we upped the cayenne pepper in this just for the simple fact, when I was making it by myself, right now we have actual scientists and doctors working on this stuff in the background, right?
It do taste different.
It has a different
and
kick.
It's lighter.
It's lighter, but it has a little bit more of the cayenne because what we wanted to do, again, is focus on that blood flow and that heart health. And with men, you know what happens when we get that blood flow. You know, that help you out in the...
Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing, but man, blood flow is what he's talking about, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Talk about getting that blood flowing.
So we need an honest reaction, and these are both yours too, man.
Oh, love, brother. Love. Save me a little bit of bread on that one.
Yes,
I was
sir.
definitely about to go back and get more. All right.
And again, guys, this is daily detoxing. This is going to help you out overall wellness. It's going to help you out from getting sick. It's going to build your immunity. It's going to help out with inflammation. It's going to help out with joint pain. I mean, this is it.
Now, it's lighter, and I can taste the cayenne. It's a
you
little,
get a kick.
like, it's distinctly more, and it's not as thick as it was before. But this is the newer, improved formula.
Newer and improved formula.
I love it. I love it, bro. So now, for the people that don't know, tell them about the social media journey and how this kicked that off. Because from what I remember, I remember you doing the product and I seen it and I ain't paying much attention. I did, but I was like, oh, that's what's up, bro, doing this thing.
Right.
But then I started seeing you doing the videos and it kind of transformed your whole life into becoming a holistic healer and not just being a person that's selling a product.
No.
It's your life. This is
my
your
lifestyle.
If y'all don't know, his family's here with him. It's a whole thing. If you watch his videos online, he working out with his son, got his wife working out, baby girl working out. They're doing all this health stuff and it's beautiful to see. But talk about how that ties in with this.
Well, what happened with social media, man, social media is a beautiful thing, man. And I used to rap back in the days, and if we had access to the broad reach that we have with social media, then that we would have now, I probably wouldn't be on this couch.
Right, yeah,
in this chair. But social media, what happened with this is I actually took a marketing class when I had first started the company about 4 years ago. And I took a marketing class and something clicked to me like, wait, hold on. All I gotta do is get this out to people. So they said on TikTok, if you could intrigue people in the first 30 seconds, it'll put your video out there to 85,000 people.
Right.
I said, so every time I do a video, I have the opportunity to put this, it's like I'm in a stadium.
Right.
So I just kept on studying and trying to figure out and learning what's viral. I went viral 15 times off TikTok. I did it on Facebook. I did it on Instagram.
Right.
And out of nowhere, again, just from talking about something I love and showing and bringing people into my lifestyle. If you follow me, you'll see that I work out every day. We do the teas. I'm with my son. And I'm not perfect, but we just on a wellness path, and social media has been a platform for me to share that with a lot of different people and help out a lot of people. Right.
So what do you think the number one thing is that drives you? Because I feel like you're a holistic guy. You're just a good dude all around. But outside of all that, what's the thing that drives you most? Is it the family? Is it success? And what is success to you?
What drives me, man, is I just can't lose. The thought of letting myself down in any aspect is just, I can't sleep.
Right.
I can't sleep.
Yep.
I won't be able to eat. It'll hurt me more not to get out here and grind my ass off every single day than it would if I would just be sitting there lost. I get depressed when I'm not creating and when I'm not making things happen, if that makes any sense. So, my drive is just to get out here and prove to myself that I am who I think I am. It's not proving it to you. It's not proving it to nobody. I get excited every single, when I get yo, man, you're probably helping. Yo, I seen this video you did. I get excited like it's the first time every single time. Right. Because that's showing me, yo, that message worked. And my wife would say, you still get excited like that? That's right. Every single time.
As you should.
It doesn't matter because over this last year I did Ramadan for the first time, and the name that I picked up through Islam was Noor, and it means light. And it means to shine your light, to shine your light bright. And my last name is Randall, and they call us the Randall candle because we bright, we shine our light, and that's what drives me. I can't be dim. My light can't go out. That's right. And that's, honest to God, that's what really drives me.
I love that, man. But see, I want you to look in that camera and tell the people, not even the people, aspiring entrepreneur and an aspiring creative, because we're going to talk about that next. But right now, look in that camera and tell somebody that's going through a rough time why they should continue on, and how your story can impact them.
What I want to tell you is the only way we lose is if we quit. You can't be sitting out here worrying about the outcome. You can't be sitting out here worrying about what people think about you. You can't be worrying about what nobody else doing. You got to focus on you. You got to dig deep. If shit is hard for you right now, it's because your life requires the best version of yourself. You either going to stand the hell up or you're going to sit down and let it run you over. That's what I was just talking about. I'm not going to let it run me over. I'm going to shine. And that's what I want to tell you, is to keep going with that mindset, to keep going. The only way we lose is if we quit. That's it.
That's right. That's right. Love it. Look, that passion is the thing that gets you.
I mean it.
Far, bro. It's palpable, bro.
I mean
you can feel it. Like, dog, and I know, y'all, I know him, so it's a little different. You know what I mean? I know who he is, so I'm like, I want y'all to get to know who he is.
Right.
But talk about being a creative and being an entrepreneur and how those two paths cross. Because that ain't an easy thing for a lot of creatives. I'm a creative. I don't know if I'm a businessman. I know I'm a creative, but I don't know if I could get into business and cross those T's and dot those I's.
The thing is with this social media, we can't think too much. If you like sewing and making knitting shirts, right?
Right.
Cut the camera on while you knitting your shirt and bring people into your world. Stop worrying. People, oh, well, if I do this, man, let me tell you something. Nobody ain't worried about how you look and what you're doing. They more worried about how they look and what they doing.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you this other thing that's really important about a creative, right, and being a creator, and especially in the internet space. There is millions, there's billions of people looking on these phones all the time, right? You might be ready to become a personal trainer. You might be wanting to get in health and wellness. You might want to make smoothies. You look on the internet because you're watching all day. You're going to say to yourself, this thing is oversaturated. When it's only literally 1 to 2% of people that's doing it. There's more consumers watching it than there is that's doing it.
Right.
So stop, get out of your own head, get out of your own space. If you got something, display it. I tell my wife, she made puppets. I'm just going to cut the camera on while you're doing it. Because it's going to inspire a little girl out there, somebody else. I could do that. I could bring on my own.
That's right.
And rather you looking to monetize or you just looking out to put it out there. But, you know, I also did music for years, you know what I'm saying? So just combining everything that I've collectively picked up along the years and putting it out there.
That's it, man. So when did the growth mindset pick up for you? Because you've been, like you said, you was doing entertainment, you did it, music, you had another venture, and now you're in this venture, or actually now you're in this venture, because you were like 3 in. What's the thing? What's the thing that keep you not really going, but I guess the best way to say it is, the thing for that is hard for people to get. Like most people, everybody got a dream. Everybody got something they want to do. What's the thing that kept you going that whole time, and not in your mindset now? Because I know who you are now, but the time when you wasn't where you are now, the thing that kept you pushing in the times where maybe you didn't believe. Because I know you wasn't always, this is the finished product.
This is the finished product, but I would tell you this.
It's still growing.
I have always been a hustler. Like, rather it was the music, rather I was selling candy, rather I was in the streets. And I always say, even when you sleep, the mind don't stop, so you just tell me why the grind gonna stop. There was a point in time when I first moved out into Maryland. When I first moved to Maryland, I was changing my life around after I lost my mom and everything. And I thank God for my wife. That's my earth angel. But when I was out here, I was going through it, man. I was out here. I told myself, I'm going to make it to the top no matter what. I came out here. I was working on the side of roofs, and I'm scared of heights. They had me working down in pits, so I was the only person speaking English. I used every single one. I used to have to sit on the bed and talk to myself for an hour just to get up and go to work, because I worked in any condition, right? I said, well, damn. Somebody said the realest stuff I ever heard, and they said, if you don't like your situation, change it. What we got to do, babe, what I got to do to get this credit right? Babe, what I got, and we just start building these blocks, and we build these blocks, and I look 10 years later, and it's like, here I am. So I was tired of being tired, and it ain't nothing nobody could tell you. You just got to be ready.
That's right.
You just got to be ready.
That's right. And you got to take advantage of everything that surrounds you that's going to push you in that same direction. Because sometimes things around you, they're going to keep you right there. It's comfort is dangerous, man. And if you're not willing to take that step over to do something that's a little uncomfortable, you ain't gonna be able to do the next thing.
And even on top of that, I know we gotta wrap up, but see, we can't have $1 million dreams with a $250 hustle, right? So when we get to this point, we want these extravagant lifestyles, we want this dreaming life, but then when we identify the work that goes in behind it, right?
Yep.
Then it's like, oh, I ain't want to do that.
Yeah,
I wanted to do this to be my way.
Man, I don't know how they do it. They're crazy.
And that's the thing that I had to understand. It's not going to be my way. You're going to have to work at hard, like harder than, because there's somebody out here working with way less than what I have, what you got, that then turned it into something way bigger than anything we could imagine. So, you know.
And I love that, man. So, all right, we're wrapping up soon, but I want you to talk quickly about how having not only a beautiful spouse, but a strong spouse has pulled you in the right direction, and how important that is for your life right now. And then in closing, tell the people where they can find you at on social media and all that.
Hey, man, every king needs a queen. And when I was at my lowest spot, she was right there with me. On my rise to not the top to where I'm at, she's been right there with me. I look to the right, she right there with me. I look to the left, she right there with me. She don't stress me out. She don't pull me down. She deals with me realistically.
Right.
She questions, she challenges me.
Of course.
But she makes me better.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, well, man, you need it. I did need that. We need each other. We yin and yang. That's the balance, and that's the balance of life for me. And without her and without her in my life and my family, I honestly could say I probably wouldn't be here doing this. I'd be grinding somewhere doing something else grinding, but I wouldn't be doing it.
Right, yeah. You definitely be grinding somewhere, but it might not be to the level or with the fulfillment you have grinded for your family and your wife and dog. I'm married too, so I understand, dog. I don't know if y'all saw, man, got some tears in his eyes just thinking about it, and I knew it. Because, dog, that's, like, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm like, dog, man, I look back, I said, dang, I didn't appreciate it years ago. Like, you just in it, and you don't appreciate it, and I know you appreciate it now, so, man, salute on that. But now, tell the people where they can find you at, man, on social media, on all of them.
If you go to Instagram, right, we on Instagram at nurturedbynatures.com. That's nurtured by natures. It's with a S at the end.com. I mean, nurtured by natures. One on Instagram. On Facebook, you can find me at Enith Randall. On IG, you can find me at IMOL_609. Hopefully we could place these things on the screen here. I got the business is Nurtured by Natures on everything. Nurtured by Natures 1. You can find us on IG, TikTok. You can find us on Facebook. And then if you're looking to follow me personally, my name is Enith Shari Randall on Facebook.
All right, so what's the website?
www.nurturedbynatures.com.
All right, man.
We
look,
there.
Again, I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much for having me,
Come on, man. You ain't got to thank me. Thank you for coming, man.
Hey, man, I just want to say thank you for, again, being that Noor, being that light, because I would get clips of our last show here, and I would see you doing your thing. And I said, I got to get back up there before a year. I just ain't had nothing to say to you. And I called you I called you about 8-9 months ago, and I said, T, we back. I'm back. And as soon as we get right, I'm going to be back up here.
Yep.
And we here. So thank you for being a light. Thank you for having this amazing space. Thank you for sharing your platform with me and all these other amazing entrepreneurs and these stories that you show off to people, man, because you got a special knack for doing it. And again, I just want to thank you for having me here,
Say
brother.
less, brother. I love you.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for coming on, man. And y'all make sure y'all go follow, bro. And look, man, it's been another episode of the Early Evening Show, man. My name's Tyrone Miller. Thank y'all. Go be great out there, man. And remember what this man said. Say it one more time, because I know you know that line, bro. Look dead into that camera.
Which one?
Quarter water.
Oh, man.
Just look into that camera and say that's the last parting shot of the show.
You can't have $1 million dreams with a quarter water hustle. Go out there and make it happen, baby. Let's get it.
That's it. Let's get it. Early Evening Show, baby.